Good day, teachers. I am Warren Ipumor, and as part of our research entitled The Exploring the Effectiveness of Reciprocal Teaching Strategies in Improving the Reading Comprehension Among Grade 4 Learners, I am here to present this audio-video teaching guide for English 4, Quarter 1, Module 2, Identifying Author's Point of View. This video will guide you step by step on how to use the reciprocal teaching strategy, the 4 case steps, the predicting, questioning, clarifying, and summarizing, to help learners identify and understand the point of view in a text. Let's now go through this section of this module and see how the reciprocal teaching strategies can be applied effectively in your classroom. In this section, to test the prior knowledge of your learners to the topic, let them answer the short activity in the What I Know part, and ask the learners to read each sentence and identify the point of view used, and ask them what they already know about the pronouns and point of view. Read each sentence carefully and decide if it is the first, second, or third person point of view. In this stage, use the predicting steps of reciprocal teaching strategy and ask, based on the pronouns you see, can you predict whose point of view this sentence is in? The purpose of this is to introduce the reciprocal teaching strategy cycle in a simple way and builds recall. Predicting activates prior knowledge and help learners think about what they already know before moving on to the new concept. After they completed the first part, integrate the step of reciprocal teaching strategies. Let your learner read the short passage in the story, entitled The Ant and the Grasshopper, and giving the learners enough time to read the story, and after reading, apply the questioning, the second step in reciprocal teaching strategy. Ask guiding questions such as, who is telling the story? How can you tell whose point of view it is? And what pronouns did the narrator use? Then explain. When we ask questions while reading, it helps us understand how the story is told and from whose perspective. The purpose of this is to help learners explore how the narrator's voice affects the story. Questioning strengthens comprehension and focuses attention on the pronouns that reveal the point of view. After the first activity, you can now elaborate and discuss about the definition and the author's point of view. Now, discuss the definition and types of the point of view. Use the example on the board or visual aid. First is for the first person. Use I or we. For the second person, use you. For the third person, use he, she, or they. Then apply the clarifying step of reciprocal teaching strategy and ask, what does first person mean again? And if the narrator uses you, what points of view is that? The purpose of this is to clarifying helps learners resolve confusion and deepen understanding of the concept by connecting example to definitions. Learners' mastery and understanding of the lesson, let them answer the additional activities from the What's More section and ask the learners to read each short sentence or passage and identify the point of view used. Guide them through predicting, questioning, clarifying, and summarizing. For example, in predicting, before reading, can you predict what point of view this might use? For the questioning, who is talking in this sentence? For the clarify, let's check, does it use I or he? What does that tell us? For the summarizing, so this sentence is in the third person point of view because the narrator talks about others. The purpose of this is to develop mastery through the guided practice. Learners apply reciprocal teaching strategies to identify and explain the narrator's perspective accurately. In this section, ask the learners to reflect of what they have learned. To do this, let them complete the sentence in the what I have learned, and ask the learners to write or discuss what they have learned about point of view. Guide them with a reflective question such as, what is point of view? How can you tell what point of view a story uses? And which reciprocal teaching strategy step help you the most in understanding? And encourage them to summarize their learning in one or two sentences. In this section, the learners will apply the summarizing steps of reciprocal teaching strategies. These steps allows them to synthesize their own learning and express them using their own words. This section is to increase the retention and mastery of the lesson, allow the learners to work independently for the rest of the activities in this module, give clear directions and provide ample time for the learners to answer, and offer assistance to those learners who might have difficulty. To wrap up the lesson, review the four steps of reciprocal teaching strategy: the protecting, questioning, clarifying, and summarizing. These four steps help us think carefully about what we read and understand it better. When we use reciprocal teaching strategy, we become active readers who can find meaning and purpose in every text. Thank you, teachers, for watching this demonstration. I hope this guide helps you apply the reciprocal teaching strategy effectively in your classroom to make reading and comprehension more meaningful and enjoyable for your learners.